Once upon a time, in a small village surrounded by a big, mysterious forest, lived a curious girl named Eliza. Eliza was 12 years old, just like me, and loved adventures. She always imagined herself as a brave explorer, like the ones in the stories her grandmother told her. One day, as Eliza played near the edge of the forest, she noticed something strange, a twinkling light in the trees. It wasn't the sun or a firefly, it was something magical. She decided to follow it, her heart racing with excitement. The light led her deeper into the forest than she had ever gone before. She felt a little scared but also thrilled. After walking for what seemed like hours, Eliza reached a clearing where the trees parted to reveal a glowing crystal in the middle of a pond. The crystal was shaped like a star and shimmered like the night sky. Suddenly, a voice came from behind her. "Are you here to find it, too?" Eliza spun around and saw a little creature, no taller than a rabbit, with sparkling green wings. It was a fairy. "I'm searching for the lost star," the fairy said. "It's said to be hidden here, and whoever finds it will have the power to save our world." Eliza, not sure if she believed the fairy, asked, "What's so special about the lost star?" The fairy explained, "A long time ago, the stars fell from the sky and scattered across the earth. The lost star is the brightest one, and it was lost here, deep in this forest. If it's not found soon, our world will lose all its magic." Eliza knew she had to help. "I'll find it," she said bravely, even though she wasn't quite sure how. The fairy smiled, its wings glowing even brighter. "Good luck, brave one," said the fairy. "But be careful. The forest is full of tricks. The trees may speak, the ground may move, and shadows can be deceiving. Trust your heart." Eliza stepped forward and immediately felt the air shift. The trees around her began to whisper, "Turn left, no, right, follow the path of thorns." It was confusing, but Eliza remembered the fairy's words, "Trust your heart." She closed her eyes for a moment, took a deep breath, and listened to the rhythm of the forest. She followed the soft sound of her own heartbeat and stepped to the left. Soon, she came to a fork in the path, one side dark and eerie, the other warm and glowing with light. Trusting her gut, Eliza chose the glowing path, and after a few more steps, she found herself standing in front of a giant tree, its roots like serpents stretching across the ground. The tree spoke in a low voice, "Only the purest of heart can pass." Eliza stepped forward, feeling a little nervous, but remembering the kindness she had shown to others and her courage to help the fairy. She closed her eyes and said softly, "I just want to help." The tree's roots parted like a curtain, revealing a small stone pedestal, and on it, the lost star. It was even more beautiful than Eliza imagined, sparkling with every color of the rainbow. She reached out, and as soon as her fingers touched the star, it began to glow brighter, filling the whole forest with light. Eliza smiled, knowing she had found it. She turned back, and the forest was no longer dark and spooky. The trees no longer whispered strange things. The fairy appeared beside her, its wings fluttering happily. "You did it," the fairy cheered. "You found the lost star." Eliza felt a rush of warmth. She handed the star to the fairy, who placed it carefully back into the sky, where it belonged. The world seemed brighter, and the forest felt alive with magic. As Eliza made her way home, the stars in the sky twinkled down at her, as if they were saying thank you. She couldn't wait for her next adventure, because Eliza knew that anything was possible in a world where magic was real and she was part of it.